How you guys doing? I've been working on Jarvis again. Well, creating a different Jarvis. This uses a Microsoft SDK using a C Sharp. I should have used, well, now that I think about it, I probably should have went through the hard work and just learned more C++ and wrote it in that, since the Microsoft SDK for the Connect does work in C++, but I use C Sharp because I'm lazy. But anyway, this is the XML file that has all the commands. The only thing I miss about the old Jarvis is the Google voice recognition turned it into strings. It returned strings, so I could do I could use keywords. So instead of what's the date, Jarvis, what's the date, I could just do the date, like contains the date, and it would go off that. But there's probably a way to convert it. There's probably a way to do that. I'm just not smart enough or haven't gone through the process of looking into it enough to figure that out. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's not. I don't say things in a lot of different ways, so I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much. These are all the commands. I'm gonna explain some of the commands, and before I actually show you guys during the end of the video, I'm gonna show you guys all the commands. The most recent thing I've been working on is alarms. It's a complete empty class right now. Well, a complete empty class. It's a complete empty class. What I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to wake me up in the morning using the Jarvis I'm up command. Like right now in the morning, I wake up and I say Jarvis I'm up, and that's what will trigger the response. I also have the Google Check Mail. It uses the Atom feed. The weather uses Yahoo feed. Um, yeah. The music, it uses iTunes. I'm gonna start using the Last.fm API. The one thing is they don't have a hotkey or any way to pause and play the music, so that's gonna be interesting trying to figure that out. Um, but yeah. So I used a program, I forget what it's called. It sets hotkeys for iTunes. So yeah, and then I can open iTunes, all that stuff. NIRCMD is don't know what it's called, to be honest. It just accesses things in Windows it just saves me time. Execute command is a method I made that just executes a command prompt in the background. That's how I access the AHCMD, which is the X10 module that is on the active home site. I could have coded it straight into, again, if I used C++, I could have just put the AHCMD source into the C++ Jarvis. I'll eventually move on to C++. I like what I'm doing right now. Like, I don't see a big reason to, because, I mean, yeah. So, at the moment, the C++ has to deal with memory management and stuff like that. Although, yeah. The second most recent thing I've been doing is the question handler. It makes a question and it creates an object, and then it will ask for look for a specific response, like yes or no. One thing I really want to do is I want to be able to like ask it play a song, and it will like go through a for loop or something, and it will look through every song I have in a specific folder, and that's gotta that will take a lot of RAM, but it will go through them all and will pick the right one. That's something for another day because that sounds like a lot of work. Using the NIRCMD, it can sleep, mute, unmute the computer, turn the volume off. I just said that. Turn the monitor off. Yeah, using just a text to speech. For Windows 8, I was able to just make it talk. It uses a different voice. I believe, I forget what it's called. I'll put it in the description box. I installed it separately though, using the Pirate Bay. It's a paid one. That's why it sounds so good. But all right, so I'll start showing you guys the commands. Oh, and last thing. Eventually I want to like create an intelligence like the actual Jarvis, and that requires me to log everything. So I created a logger. and it logs every single thing that Jarvis does. This is the log. It's an XML, and it just logs the command, the time, and the date. And what it will do, well, what I want it to do is like it will log everything, and it will go through. It will organize like the wake up times. Like, of course, this would be an outlier, because when I'm going to show you this, it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But like my average wake up time would be 10 o'clock in the morning, and at 10 o'clock in the morning, it would, after like 10 times of waking up around there, it would prompt me to set an alarm for 10 o'clock. Not an, well, yeah, an alarm for 10 o'clock every morning, and then it will say the good morning it is at 10 o'clock in the morning. Only on weekends or weekdays. However, I decide to set up intelligence, that's going to be a lot of code and a lot of time that I would have to think about it. But anyway, that was the last thing. I'm going to start showing you guys the commands right now. Now, before I get into all this, it does, because I'm not going to show you like all the TV and the fan light controls and everything, because you can just go in the project room control, that video I made, and it just does everything that it does in that. So I'll just show you one. Turn fan light off.
No problem.
I don't know why it did that. Turn fan light on.
No problem.
I guess it heard Google.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
How's it going?
Hello?
How's it going?
Hello?
What can I do for you?
It goes through it goes through an array, and it picks a random value of that array. The array is at the top right here. Yeah, so next one. Play music. Volume down. Volume down. Volume normal. Pause music. See, and it's really good at separating the voice from the music. Same thing with TV, like I said earlier. Here, I'll show you. What's the time? What's the time?
2:34 p.m.
Check email.
You have 0 new emails.
Open YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Jarvis, I'm up.
Good morning. It is 2:35 p.m. Today is Monday, August 5th, 2013. The current temperature is 91 degrees. The weather condition today will be scattered thunderstorms with a high of 91 and a low of 75 and humidity at 57.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I say in all my videos, if you guys want the source code, just let me know. I'll upload it somewhere and post it for you guys. So, or have any questions, or you're building your own, I'd love to hear it. Just comment on the video. Yeah, so that's about it. Thanks for watching. Bye.